What's going on? This is Ludacris, and right now you are watching Hard Knock TV.
I'm from the school of hard knocks, sneak peeks and low blows, where X's mark spots and kitchens mark O's, where love's gon' get you and hate is gon' snitch you, and finger squeeze triggers like boa constrictors. It's the Mr. Luda, Jada and Nas, and our bullets give you a deep tissue massage. So hear the song and dance while I make these ends. You never stood half a chance like Siamese twins.
And the song and the artist that made me want to rap, LL Cool J, I'm Bad, man. I used to know every word to that song. I love the aggression in LL's voice, man. I love him bragging. I love of course, the rhythm. I love flows. I love the aggression of the beat, everything, man. Fell in love with hip hop.
Do you remember the first rhyme you crafted?
First rhyme I crafted, I was 9 years old, but lied and said I was 10 just so that I could rhyme with girlfriend, because the song was called I'm Cool, I'm Bad, I Might Be 10, but I can't survive without my girlfriend. What goes into the structure of a song for me, usually I listen to a beat and it creates an atmosphere for how I feel, and then I write to the emotion of that. So if it's an aggressive beat, I'll write an aggressive rap. If it's kind of a laid back beat, I'll write a laid back rap, or I'll talk about something that may be reminiscent of the past. So I just go off of feels.
Oh no, the fight's out. I'm about to punch your lights out. Get the back, guard your grill. It's something wrong, we can't stay still.
You have a mixtape coming out.
Yeah.
I Don't Give a Fuck.
Right.
What inspired that title?
Man, what inspired the title, I Don't Give a Fuck mixtape, man, in this industry that lasts over a decade, sometimes if you love music and you hate the politics of the game, you just have to say, I don't give a fuck, and go back to the passion of the music.
Now you have a track on the mixtape called Mad 4. What can you tell us about that track?
The Mad 4 record, man, a lot of people, a lot of different artists heard it while we were just in the studio vibing and wanted to get on it. Everybody from Chris Brown to Swiss Beats to, you know what I'm saying, Meek Mill, Pusha T, everybody.
Now people are going to see that lineup and naturally assume that maybe there's a Drake reference or a diss or whatever. How would you address that?
Besides Meek Mill, you just because of Chris Brown?
Well, yeah, Chris, Pusha, and Meek have had some kind of...
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So I saw people.
Right, I'm like, I didn't even think about that.
So I've seen like a lot of blogs from like, oh, before they even hear the track, just there's an assumption. Like, I bet you there's a bunch of shots of Drake on this track because there have been some issues with some of the people on
Man, listen, I don't tell other artists how to write. I just basically, they go off what they feel and they write what they want to write on there. That's just how hip hop is, man. You write to what you feel. So make no assumptions, just listen to the track. You can make your own assumptions, but I definitely would never make assumptions just based off of who's featured on a record. Because, I'm just generally speaking, because, when you get fame, when you get success, then people get jealous. So it's just like, what are you really mad for? If you're mad at me that much, you need to try and get what I get, do what I do, work as hard as I work. It's as simple as that. I'm not talking to anybody specifically. The overall feel, what I want people to know about this mixtape is that, yes, over the past 3 years, I've shot like 4 or 5 movies, and I've been away to a degree. This is why I'm giving you all this free music and flooding the streets. What I want you to know is how hungry I am and how passionate I am and how music is still #1 for me in this world, regardless of me shooting a couple movies.
All our players in the house that can buy the bar on a 20-inch rim with the candy car. If you're a pimp and you know you don't love them clothes when you get on the blow. All our women in the house, if you chasing cash and you got some big with a mattress, with your 5'5" boots or your open toes when you get on the blow.
Now, one of the features you have on the mixtape is Mac Miller. I'm curious, how do you feel about the new generation of hip-hop cats?
Man, I love the new generation of hip-hop cats. I love how people are creating their own specific lanes for themselves. I love how they're getting their own underground movement before any major label even remotely comes close to them. So I respect that, and I love, if anything you know about me over the past 12 years, I love working with other artists and coming together and collaborating and having great minds come together.
We recently interviewed another Southern legend, Scarface, and he said that he thought the soul was gone from hip-hop. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the current state of hip-hop?
I feel like the soul may be either diminishing or there's so many other genres that are mixing in where it feels like we're losing the soul in translation. But I definitely feel like there is still soul in hip-hop music. And to a degree, soul is all in the opinion of who and what you're listening to. So in my opinion, I still feel like there's soul. I just feel like there's a lot of music without soul too. So maybe that's what he's saying. It's starting to get lost in translation.
Yeah, he was saying that he thought hip hop was kind of like a drive-through now.
That's why I say I feel like everybody has different opinions of what they like listening to. So maybe what he is very adamant about in terms of what he feels like it should be, he doesn't hear enough of what he particularly likes.